What did it take to achieve 2.6 million in sales my first year of real estate? Well, I'm going to let you know in this video what strategy I used and how I went about it to achieve that in 12 months. This is Wild Lily Handy coming to you from San Antonio, Texas and the Rio Grande Valley with eXp Realty. So in order to achieve getting that many sales in my little town, I ended up dominating my real estate market. So my goal, my strategy was to get as many listings as I could. Go to every listing that I could in my hometown. If I didn't get it, it bothered me. But I can't win them all, right? And so I got to know the people. I went and got as many for sale by owners, expired listings as I could in my hometown. I volunteered in the community to help our community improve, to beautify the community. I developed relationships with the locals, with builders, with developers, and investors in my hometown. I gained a lot of exposure on the internet through having lots of listings on the MLS, which gets syndicated to hundreds of other websites. Didn't cost me a penny. However, it did cost me a lot of time. I worked full time, 40 hours, 60 hours, 80 hours, mornings, evenings, weekends. I worked 6 days a week. I would take Sundays off and go to church and call that my day. I had to learn how to set a little bit of boundaries, okay? So once I had the listings, dominated my market, met a lot of people, my name was all over the place, at least that's what people would tell me. I started getting the calls on my listings, on my signs from online or from people driving by on my signs. I had many, many lots, okay? One subdivision had 37 lots, another subdivision had like 30 lots. So little by little, I started to sell them. One buyer bought 37 lots I had listed. I double-sided both. The other subdivision, I sold more lots. I sold acreage. I sold land. I sold commercial property. So it took me 102 properties in order to reach 2.66 million my second year in real estate. So if you're in another city, in a bigger city that you have higher priced properties, it might only take you 10 properties to reach 2.6 million if they're each 260,000. My lots, hey, they were 10,000 a piece, 12,000, 15,000. And some of the acreage, 10 acres was 10,000 per acre, so that's 100,000. So each of my transactions was really low priced. And however, I ended up double-siding both, so I represented about 80% of my sellers and 20% were buyers because of the buyers reached out to me on my listings. And I had experience in dealing with both sellers and buyers in another state, in the state of Oregon, where it was a dual agency state. In Texas, we can only represent one. So I represented the sellers by having all those listings. So in order to reach your goal of hitting millions, if I had been in a larger city, 102 properties could have been 10 million, 15 million, 20 million, as some of my students have achieved. I wanted to help my little town of Mercedes, beautify it, and so it took 102 properties to reach 2.66 million. All right. So what was the biggest thing here? Worked my ass off, 40, 60, 80 hours a week to focus on getting listings, and more listings to dominate my hometown. All right. So work your ass off, get lots of listings, dominate your market, and learn how to do double-sided transactions by representing your seller and writing the contract for the buyer. We don't represent the buyer in the state of Texas. In other states, Some of them are dual representation, not in Texas. So that's how I reached 2.66 million my second year in real estate with 102 transactions and double siding a lot of them and having a virtual assistant to help me out. All right. However, we need to do what it takes to get them. Set your goal, have your mindset, create your strategy. Mine was listings, whatever it took, door knocking, expired letters, dominating my market by volunteering, meeting the neighbors, okay? Going after subdivisions, you get lots of lots that way. So some areas have large price subdivisions, okay, for the lots. My hometown happened to have low price. That's okay. Gain tons and tons of experience. So if you have any questions or comments, hey, post it down on the comments below. I'd love to hear how you did your first year in real estate or your second year in real estate. Some of my students, as I'm here on YouTube Agent Prep, right? Wow, Lillie Handy with YouTube Agent Prep, have done so many more higher price transactions and have made greater millions by being in a bigger city. So depending on the price, the median price of your market will determine how many millions you can sell in a year. So put your comments down. Remember to subscribe if this is your first time to my YouTube channel. Tap that alert button or notification button and like this video if you found it useful. And I will continue making other videos to help you in your journey of building your real estate business. Until next time, catch you all later.